for the heavens I'm aiming. Out here gaming, while y'all out.
What up, grinders? Gonna hit you with the hottest thing right now out there in the media. Everybody's still talking about it. VERZUZ. VERZUZ had lost its lackluster for a minute, but this R&B one really got things popping on social media. Everybody talking about it, still talking about it, and really for the wrong reasons. Like the census out there is pretty much saying, like probably about 70% of the people saying that nobody was able to sing. I saw it a little different being a guy in the music business. I seen it a little different. I think they had headset problems. And it just looks like they were unprepared. And some of them couldn't sing. And I'm talking about Omarion versus Mario and Ray J and Bobby V versus Pleasure P and Sammy. Let's first of all talk about the featured guys, which was Ray J and Bobby V versus Sammy, formerly Little Sammy, and Pleasure P. Pleasure P of the group, what's the name of the group he was in? Pretty Ricky. Yeah, Pretty Ricky. They had some bangers. Let me tell it, Pleasure P still got it. He could sing. A lot of people don't agree with me, but I think he did a pretty good job. Pleasure P. He did some things without a backup track, you know. I think he got down. Sammy was pretty decent to me too. People don't think so. But I think Sammy did a good job. And his old songs he sung when he was a kid, they kind of stood the test of time. He didn't look crazy singing them as an adult now, which happens a lot of time. Like when a new edition sings Candy Girl, looks kind of crazy. Okay, now the other who they are going against, Sammy and Pleasure P against Ray J and Bobby V. In my opinion, Bobby V got down. I know this is unpopular. You know, I think Bobby V can sing. And he has some classics that he sung. Blackberry Molasses, man, that boy's soulful. I just think he ruined his career with I don't know if I should say allegedly or what, but he was in the hotel room with it's his preference, of course, but he was called in the hotel room with a transgender. The transgender is saying, come here, Bobby V, come here, Bobby V. And he was like kind of running from the room because the transsexual was filming him. If I get some footage of that, I'll throw it on here.
Bobby V, y'all. Back up for me. Back up. Got my hands. Bobby V, y'all. Bobby Valentino running. You forgot your shoes and your keys. If you want it back, bring me some money. Call me so I can tell you the price, Bobby V. Don't run, Bobby Valentino. Come here.
And he kind of his career slid big time after that. And I didn't even know he did all those hooks for Lil Wayne. Well, I forgot he did those hooks for Lil Wayne and everything else. Yeah, Bobby V, he's that guy. He might get some more work right now. But Ray J, my boy Ray J, knockout, Carson homie. Yeah, his I don't think nobody thought he was a great singer anyway, but Damn, he sounded bad. He sounded real bad. So that team took that L because of Ray J. But Ray J's online joking about it, Looks like he was doing more babysitting on the stage than singing. He didn't take it as serious, I don't think so. That's why it's no biggie, but yeah, boy, he even admitted he was off tune, you know what I mean? But yeah, Ray J, boy, who's ever mixing and mastering his shit is woo. They deserve a medal. Now the headliner, Omarion versus Mario. Seemed like they had a little animosity, man. They seemed like they was kind of mad at each other, Mario was kind of gangster on Omarion. And people were saying Mario clearly won, but I'm not so sure. I guess he kind of barely won because Omarion voice didn't sound that good, but it wasn't as bad as Ray J's. But yeah, Omarion came prepared too. That's what's kind of sad that people laughing at him. He came prepared. He had props, eating watermelon on the stage, acting like he was, going down on the chick. And then he, dancing, reminisce of Prince. He looks very Prince inspired. But his stage show was alright to me. But his singing just wasn't all that. But he is dancing and singing. And it looks like they just didn't prepare long enough for this. So I guess you do got to get Mario that L. But some of those Mario songs I didn't even know. And I knew Mario and listened to him when he was hot. But a lot of those songs I never heard. Well, same with Omarion. Omarion's solo career never really went there with me, in my opinion. And Omarion old boys from B2K, who he don't really get along with, they couldn't wait to knock him, you know what I mean? So, J-Bug is, he posted a long post about Mario. See, their names are so similar, Mario and Omarion. But he made a post about Omarion, why he ain't it, you know what I mean? Why he's not the man no more. It sounds like sour grapes a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys what J-Bug of B2K posted. It's sad when you see ones you grew up with, but also you grew up, turn out the way they do. The wise lead the future wizards. I'll be that, the wise one. You shouldn't have been in a rush to skip class. Now you're a fifth-year senior playing ball with a GPA of 2.3, barely passing. If this don't work, LOL. Hold on, my computer timed out. Remember the kids you clown for not having the fashion, but at the award ceremony in school, they were the ones winning principal's honor roll. Yeah, you were cool then, but they were focused. And that's probably going to be your boss in the future. It probably sucks to be a slave to something you gave your life to, but never mastered. Damn, that's jacked up. Now you stuck in this shit with no other options to be on top, and now your view is from the bottom looking up. Admire your spot you once held, not able to conquer it ever again. Time spent in a selfish mindset, not valuing the gems right next to you, learning from nothing, earning no knowledge from the geniuses amongst you. Oh, he called himself a genius, huh? At night, I know you wonder to yourself, what am I doing wrong to not accept the blessings I was put into life? A life that me and you know you were living. You're ungrateful. Fame is a hell of a drug. I know when we were together as a group, you wanted to be the most famous, aka the most favorite. But that wasn't the case. Fizz and Bug were the favorites. And you couldn't understand that because you sung on all the leads by old school group design. But the guy who only talked on the track and in interviews, me, and the other guy who rapped on our singles, Fizz, were getting more love than you. That's not my fault. But I never was mad that I could sing on your level but never got a chance. I'm not so sure of that. I was just a young boy from Compton, happy to be part of the group and out my situation. I was always more of a talent than how I was being used, but yet I'm still grateful. I was a part of a machine, You give off the impression as if you've done me a favor. Shall I take you back to when, because of your vocal, we visited every record label in the business and we were turned down twice? Nick, you were singing in the background for a minute when Max Gauss brought in another lead singer to try and make the record sound better, to help him try and get us a deal. And when that helped him try and get us a deal, and when that happened, who stood for you? We did. And we went to management and said we rolling with O. We not bringing nobody else in, and we stood by your side when we were told if we didn't get a deal on our next meeting, we were getting dropped. Damn, he telling the business. That's kind of cold. He's saying they was about to bring in another singer because Omarion couldn't sing. Dang, ain't that bad. Now let's think about those odds per the history of our meeting. This thing we call B2K was never the Omarion show. It was more like a circus, and each guy brought a special attraction, and collectively it was fun to watch. I agree. Watching you only lets me know that you were not really paying attention to what was making you, Omarion, because without us around, it's clear you can't tap back into him. You look lost, almost like you're looking for us to feed off. You're looking lost, almost like you're looking for us to feed off of. You were never a solo artist. You are a fame hog, and that got the best of you. The fact that everyone wasn't screaming Omarion drove you crazy because you were giving it all you had. LMAO. That's cool. Standing next to you was really hard for you. So you took your opportunity to leave and only been seen by yourself. So if anybody showed up, even if it was 5 people, they were there to see you, to be a part of a brand that is bigger than you. It's hard for you to accept. But one who tears down his own work is a poisoned individual. To call me a background dancer is funny. Shall we discuss the truth behind how those records were really made? I was there and you were not in the booth for a lot of the vocals that were put on those songs. Dang. From your lead vocal not fully being you, listen to that first album, you'll hear Steve Russell in and out of those leads, and the hooks the first album until I took over on the second album. Me landing the lead on our second single messed with you because our first #1 single, Bump Bump Bump, I sang the hook on it and brought attention to the label that the group was able to evolve, and Troy Taylor made the call and put me on the first verse of Girlfriend. After I'd already sung that hook earlier that day, it was written all over your face because me and Fizz talked about that day at the session. I was already more loved in the group by the fans, and now I had a lead. You knew it was a rap for you. It didn't help that Fizz was most rap for you. It didn't help that Fizz was most popular and the label had already gave him a solo deal before you ever had a conversation with them about one. Tell the truth when you try and lie to the people because of the lack of their knowledge on this situation. Shall we talk about why you broke the group up originally? You were looking for a way out before anything ever happened, and because a chick you liked that didn't like you got smashed, you went and did the ultimate snake-ish. You took a bonding conversation amongst us boys that normally brought us closer and took the information and ratted us out. We always thought those conversations were confidential, just between us, but you knew what you were doing. We had rules. No messing around on the road with a bunch of girls we confided in you and the mistakes we made, and you went home and told on us, kicked out the house and breaking the group up over a chick. You knew that business was already shaky because of us wanting to renegotiate our deal, so you took the opportunity to throw us off the ship and take the boat. Got your mama a house and your brother a deal to turn your back on your boys. Same thing you did with the tour. You was broke as fuck in 2018 and major debt from taking loans from niggas. I got the recording of you literally begging me to sign my contract for the tour because I wasn't going. The money was not worth it. Come on, Boogie. Just do it, you said. Let's do it for our kids. Let's just get this money. Yeah, nigga, that was you. LOL. As soon as the fire was backlit, you threw us off the ship and took off with the boat again. Funny thing is, every time you took off the boat, you got jacked for it. Chris Brown took your career and Bow Wow just took your tour. SMFH. Shaking my head. That's what happens when you try and use people as a launch pad. It's levels to this O, and I'm here to break it down for you. So all that shit that happens to you probably makes sense to the world now on why it happened. You throw stones and hide your hands. Nigga, I saw your whack-ass show in the Millennium Tour too, kicking down our chairs. You didn't do that the night we You didn't do that the night we was on stage with you in LA though. LOL. Y'all slick. Your slick comments on TMZ. You sneak posts on the Shade Room. I am B2K and the VERZUZ claiming them is all your vocals on the B2K records. You lame for all this shit, fam. Don't run from your legacy. What we do in such a short time still was a major topic. B2K will forever be your origin, and from the looks of it, the peak for your career. Damn. Omarion is a brand. I give you that, but it's not bigger than B2K, which is your brand as well. So stop the defecating, and at least let it have life left for you when you come crawling back to it. You and I know that the people want, from the world to the feedback in all meetings that you're getting turned down in right now. The industry is watching you along with the world, and we all thinking the same thing. What the is he thinking? If I was a backup dancer, you were a dancer with a record deal. Neither one of us was singing, fool. LMAO. Welcome to the jungle, nigga. Hope you survived the night. Sheesh. J-Bug was pissed. A long right. She was pissed off. I guess somewhere Omarion called him, said he's just a backup dancer. That must have fueled this rant. But anyway, y'all, if you like this type of content, please continue to like and subscribe to Grind Gazette, where we pocket watch. If you don't grind, you don't shine.